In the heart of the Wild West, amidst the dust and tumbleweeds, there lurked an elusive intrigue that hardly anyone spoke about openly: railroad heists. These secretive operations were not merely the stuff of legends, but were cunningly orchestrated events that showcased the audacity and wit of notorious outlaws who became household names. During the late 19th century, the expansion of the railroad across the American frontier was a symbol of progress and prosperity. These iron horses were the lifelines that connected the East with the burgeoning West, carrying not just people but fortunes in gold, silver, and other precious cargoes. For outlaws, these trains represented a rolling treasure trove. It's no wonder, then, that they turned their sights upon them with calculating precision. One of the most infamous groups involved in these heists was the Wild Bunch, led by none other than Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Their undoing of train cars was not merely about the loot, it was an art of timing, planning, and execution. A typical heist required a detailed understanding of the train schedules, the landscapes through which they passed, and the weaknesses within the security systems. The outlaws would often board the trains incognito, only to spring into action at the opportune moment, often cutting through the cars to reach the safe full of riches. Take, for instance, the Wilcox train robbery. On an ominous June night in 1899, the Wild Bunch targeted the Union Pacific's Overland Flyer. Armed with dynamite and nerves of steel, they blew open the express car, leaving with a bounty reported to be worth $50,000, a staggering sum at the time. But it wasn't just brute force that defined these heists. Many robbers were tactical masterminds who employed deceptive strategies to sidestep increased security measures. They crafted elaborate hoaxes to throw authorities off their trail, deploying lookouts and decoys to create diversions. To the lawmen of the time, these events were an infuriating puzzle, as the robbers often vanished into the vast wilderness, becoming ghosts in the tufted plains and towering canyons. Despite the romanticized portrayal of train robbers in popular culture as Robin Hood-type figures, the reality was often harsher and grittier. These heists were risky and fraught with danger, not only for the bandits, but also for the train crews and passengers who found themselves at the mercy of armed criminals. Yet, the legacy of these robberies endured, becoming an indelible part of the folklore that continues to captivate imaginations to this day. As frontier lawmen eventually intensified their efforts to combat these crimes, employing new technologies and techniques, the era of the Great Railroad Heist began to wane. For time, train companies fortified their defenses, and the most famous robbers, like Butch Cassidy and Jesse James, either met their demise or vanished into obscurity. In closing, these secret railroad heists of the Wild Wild West were more than mere crimes. They were a testament to the turbulent and transformative times of the American frontier. They reveal a world where ingenuity and daring thrived amidst a backdrop of untamed landscapes and shifting moral codes. Behind the rails, in the shadows of history, these heists remain as a fascinating chapter of the bygone era, echoing the relentless pursuit of fortune and freedom that defined the spirit of the Wild West.